So I finally got around to putting this freezer, that freezer, that freezer, and the fridge all on one wall. And I've been running all of those 24 hours a day on solar during the day and battery backup at night. I was using this 12 kilowatt grow watt, but this thing uses a lot just to be on and running with no load. So with these 5 batteries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I was at the end of the day, well, after 13 hours, I was down to 70% on all 3 of these batteries because that uses so much power just having it on, running the fans and that. This I ran last night from 5 p.m. to 6 a.m., still running, and we're at 152 amp hours at 76%. But instead of 5 batteries, we only have these 2 LiPO4 batteries, and this one's still showing a full state of charge. That one's showing 3/4. So this one's probably just a little bit from going to 3 lights instead of 4. But I use these Anderson 175 amp quick disconnects right here. That one right there is the one running to the bus bar, to the breaker, and up to there. But what a difference. Basically, I used 150 amp hours running the same 3 freezers and fridge as I did only running 48 amp hours. So I used 1/3 of the power to run them overnight using this EG4 3000 watt inverter versus the grow watt 12 kilowatt. Now on this, I can start up my 3.5 ton or 4 ton whole house air conditioner and run that. I wouldn't be able to do it on that. It doesn't have, that's not a low frequency, it's a high frequency inverter. I could run either 3.5 ton or 4 ton if I directly wire to this. But I could do it, but I had to put soft starts on there. But the nice thing about this is now these things are under $700. I can take and put 2 of these in parallel. Right now it's only 120 volt output, but with 2 of them in parallel, I go 120, 240. So I would be able to run that 18,000 BTU mini split, or I'd be able to run this ductless Electrolux dryer that's 230 volts out here on my solar, and I could start doing my laundry at 3 in the morning if I wanted to, because I have a battery bank that's lithium iron phosphate, so it really doesn't matter. It'll charge back up when the sun comes up. But the difference is on this was under $700. That's 120 volt output, 500 volt DC solar panel input, and 5,000 watt solar panel input, 3,000 watt output. This is 6,500 watt, but it's only 250 volt DC solar panel input. So that's half of what this EG4 is. And I can only connect 6,500 watts in panels. I can't go over that. So this was like $1,550, I think. And this is only 120 volt output. If I had to get another one of these, I'd have to put out another $1,550 to get split phase to be able to do the same thing that this would do. And this would only be like $1,300 and some dollars for 2 of these. So big difference on what they can do and the price. So if I put another one of these, I would be able to have 10,000 watts between the 2 of them, a solar panel input, and 6,000 watt output on that. That would be huge. Nice little powerhouse on this thing. So I really like this. I've only had it for like a couple of months, and I've been playing with it. It's going to be in the motorhome along with those 2 batteries we're going to be using to run our mini split to heat and cool that. And then we haven't done this, but we have 4 of these 12-volt lithium iron phosphate batteries as a backup that we'll be able to use in case we drain these, which I doubt we're going to drain them. But I could also run my fridge, coffee makers, lights off of that, because those are 100 amp hour batteries, and I think 1.2 watt hours, 1200 watt hours. So 4 of those is almost equivalent to one of these. So that's like having close to 15 kilowatt hour battery bank between the 2 sets. So, and these right now are really cheap. They're under $300, I think $269 or something like that, while supplies last, per battery. So those are normally over $500 if you buy from, normally when they would buy them from Signature Solar, or if you bought them from someone else, expect to pay over $500 for a 12-volt battery. And those are Bluetooth as well, so pretty nice that I can check that. The one thing that I like about this EG4 and this that I've said before is I can see the amp hours and the state of charge percentage on my battery on that grow watt, and that MPP, and even that EG4 charge control. I can't see that. So this is a huge, that's one of the reasons I decided to go with these LiPO4 batteries, because there's no display on them, just these lights of the state of charge. There's 4 lights for 25% on each. So don't need to have that stuff when I can program this thing, run this cable to the port up here on the inverter and down to the battery here to communicate. So that's huge. Just to let you know, I'm going to put links in the description for all this stuff. We are an affiliate with Signature Solar, and some of the stuff that we have bought by ourselves before we became an affiliate with them, and some of the stuff we've bought after we became an affiliate. But I'd like to let you know that. But if you do click on something and buy it through the link, we get a small percentage of that sale, and it helps our channel to be able to buy new things and to be able to test them out and let you know about these things. So far, these grow watts I bought by myself. I wasn't on the affiliate program at the time. And both of these were refurbished. I've had them for about a year and a half and 2 years. Never had any problem with them. And I'll tell you what, these things, I have beat the daylights out of them. I have run a 127,000 BTU with this. And that uses like 7,000 to 8,500 watts. And it's just huge amount of power. In fact, I can only run that pool heater with just that. I can't run anything else because it just consumes everything. It runs my air conditioner, my 3.5 ton and my 4 ton whole house. But the problem is I can't connect a lot more than 12,000 watt. The nice thing about these little ones is you can go a lot more than, see, it puts 3,000 out, but you connect 5,000. So you can actually get the full 3,000 watt output. With this, with 12,000 watts of solar panel connected, I'm not going to get that 12,000, but I can't start my 3.5 ton and 4 ton with this. I can start with that, but I can't start with that. So these are great for mini splits. Like if I put, like I said, if I put 2 of those together, I can run this 230 volt, 18,000 BTU mini split, or I could run the Electrolux 230 volt dryer. So that is huge. Once again, just want to let you know that I do have 5 independent systems on this wall. This grow watt's one, that grow watt is a separate one. This EG4 3,000 watt off-grid inverter is a separate one. This is a charge controller that's separate. And that is the MPP. That's a separate one going to that battery bank. That breaker panel is just for that 12 kilowatt grow watt. And for the 6 kilowatt grow watt, that breaker panel is just for that. This is all off grid. Nothing is connected to the grid. I can do grid assist, where I can have a plug like this wired into just a standard regular outlet plug, wired in right here, and I could plug this in to any of my solar outlets here, over on the wall there, or right there, my grid. I could plug this in and it would charge my batteries either by itself with the grid or helping with the solar panels. So those are called grid assist. And I can do that on all of these, except that's just the charge controller. I can't do that. But that is a really nice little feature on that. But I am really happy with how little the power consumption is on this. Going on 13 and a half hours and we're 150 amp hours. That is huge for having a very low power consumption, and to be able to run all three of those freezers and that refrigerator freezer combo over there. That is huge. Very happy. I will be getting a second one of these and putting it in parallel. While I'm not using the motorhome, I'll put it back up on the wall and take care of that. But please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I usually try to respond sometimes within minutes to a few hours, but usually less than 24 hours I'll respond to your questions or comments. So see you in the next video. Hope you have a wonderful 2024. Talk to you soon.